Recording in progress.
Testing. Okay, hi everyone. So today's topic will be what are the personal insurance to get in the market and how to save money on your current insurance coverage in Singapore 2024 version. Okay, without further ado, we will just proceed on with the webinar. Okay, so introduction. I'm the presenter for today. My name is Ming Liang. Okay, I've been in this industry for over 9 years. I've left my contact number. Okay, so let's say during the webinar, if you guys have any questions, you guys can also contact me via WhatsApp. Okay, so at the same time, if let's say you guys haven't joined the Telegram or WhatsApp channel that I'm managing, feel free to scan the QR code to join, where the channels is to inform clients about the latest finance updates and offerings that we have itself. Okay, I will share the link so that you guys can take a look at it. Yep. So the first link is for Telegram. The second link is for WhatsApp. Feel free to join if let's say you're interested to to receive the latest updates, finance updates and offerings. Okay. A disclaimer for today: whatever information in this webinar is solely for educational purposes and it's not as financial advisor. And whatever views, statements, or opinions expressed here is on my own personal capacity. And this presentation does not take into account any specific investment objectives, financial situation, or personal needs of a particular person. So let's say throughout this content that I'll be sharing. After this, let's say you're interested to inquire more, do feel free to speak to a financial advisor like me regarding the suitability of the investment product mentioned. To take into account your objectives, your financial situation, and your personal needs before making a commitment for the product itself. Okay, so today briefly, I will cover the 5 major personal insurance that I'll say that they are the most important to have for someone living in Singapore. Okay, so firstly, what we'll cover will be the health hospitalization insurance, critical illnesses insurance. Okay, where we will expand the conversation to early critical illness insurance, critical illness insurance, and the newer into market multi-critical illness coverage in Singapore. Okay, then after that, we will talk about life insurance, where we will discuss more about term and whole life policies. Okay, then the fourth part, we will share more about the CareShield Life, where it's a disability income, okay, plus a CareShield Life supplement itself. Okay, lastly, we will also share more about the personal accident plan, okay, in the market. Okay, but before we share about the content itself, I will ask everyone this question: which is more important? Actually, is it our car, home, or actually yourself? Okay, so you can see every time in the market, if you buy a car or home itself, there will be insurance attached to it. Okay, you definitely buy a car insurance or home insurance. But have you ever wondered actually, as we are living, but in a sense that we don't really sometimes do buy protection insurance coverage for ourselves. Yeah. So in fact, I would say that actually the most important protection insurance in the market will be those that can transfer risk away. Okay, so that if anything bad happens, at least the financial aspect is well taken care of. Okay. So first insurance that I'll be touching on will be health hospitalization insurance. Okay, so everyone in Singapore and Singapore PRs, we have MediShield Life, is the Singapore government's hospitalization plan, but it provides the most basic health insurance coverage for us. Okay, so in a sense that everyone have MediShield Life, but however, we also can consider to get integrated shield plans from private insurance companies so that we can have a better coverage. Okay, in the market, there are 7 insurance companies that are doing this. Just to let you know that I can distribute all the insurance companies in Singapore except for Great Eastern and Prudential. Okay, other than these two, all the insurance coverage providers in Singapore are able to distribute itself. Okay. So MediShield Life, okay, the government scheme only covers us to public class B or C and below, and it's managed by CPF. If let's say a client wants to, stay in a better ward, a better public ward, let's say class B1 or A, okay, or let's say go into private, okay, they have to, get a shield plan for that coverage itself. Okay, if let's say you have a shield plan, you already have a MediShield Life, so there's no double duplication. There won't be, you don't need to pay twice. It's a different coverage itself. MediShield Life is for the basic. If let's say you want more, okay, for private class B1 or class A for public hospitals, you can consider to have shield plans. So I would say that actually hospitalization plans in Singapore is the most important. You can see now healthcare costs are rising. So what we don't want is when let's say touch wood anything happen, we are uncovered, at least for the hospitalization. Okay. So food for thought, whether you can consider whether to have shield plans, to upgrade your shield plans. Firstly, whether you want to stay in a private ward, or let's say if you want the freedom of choice to choose your own doctor. Okay, if let's say you want to have the freedom of choice, okay, you have to get a shield plan itself, because the basic MediShield Life, when you stay in a B2 or C ward, you can't choose the doctor itself. Second thing, can you afford shield plans for long term? Okay, but I'll say that more or less, I'll say shield plans are quite affordable. Most of the premiums can be paid via your MediSave. But riders, okay, to cut on the co-insurance portion, okay, you can have a rider, but rider only can pay with cash. Okay, this is the premium subsidy table for our MediShield Life. Okay, based on the age band itself. Okay, you can see if our age, if let's say elderly person, the premiums will be more expensive. But however, all your MediShield insurance, right, can be deducted by your MediSave. Okay. But however, for let's say if you want to buy a shield plan, right, there's also a limit on how much you can use using your MediSave. So let's say 40 years and below, you only can use 300. Okay. If let's say the shield plan, the private shield plan, the premiums is more than 300, you have to fork out cash. Okay. If let's say you're between 41 to 70, okay, what you can use is $600. If let's say you're 71 years and above, the most you can use is 900. Okay. At the same time, last year, okay, there are some revision to what shield plans can cover. Okay, based on the revision in the cancer coverage itself. So from time to time, there will be some changes. Okay, but fret not. I will say that our Singapore MediShield Life, okay, the coverages are still quite adequate. Okay. At the same time, today on the news, okay, MOH is going to review MediShield Life insurance coverage. They are going, because of the rising healthcare costs, they will probably increase the claim limits. So in a sense that this is the forecast that in future, our MediShield Life, the government one, the premiums will get more expensive. So I'll say that probably our private insurance one will also get more expensive due to the rising healthcare costs. Okay, so this one is in the papers. So just to let you guys know in advance, down the road, I'll say that our hospitalization premiums will get more expensive. Okay, just to take note. Okay, so in summary, okay, I'll say that a shield plan, you can add a shield plan to add to your MediShield Life coverage, which you also can consider to upgrade it. Okay, if you wish to stay in a private hospital or public hospital class A or class B, B1. Okay, at the same time, you want the freedom of trying to choose your doctors at the same time. Okay, if let's say you want more coverage, you can get a shield plan. At the same time, for clients who are older, okay, you realize your shield plans premiums will get more expensive. Okay, if let's say you're in a private, you're covered to private hospital. Okay, down the road, okay, if let's say you feel that it's a bit too expensive, but you can also consider to downgrade your shield plan to cover public class A. Okay, so excluding private. So I'll say that premiums will be more affordable, where we can save some costs. But I'll say that if let's say a client who is working, if you are able to afford the premiums, okay, just go ahead with your private shield plan. Okay, if let's say down the road when you're retired and you are on the top tier private hospital shield plan, you can consider to downgrade, so to cut down on your premium itself to save money. Okay. Second, critical illness that I will be covering will be the critical illness plans in the market. Okay, so critical illness the Life Insurance Association have defined a list of 37 critical illness. Actually, this has been expanded, but the gist of it, I would say that critical illness will be more like cancer, heart attack, stroke. Okay, let's say bypass surgery, okay, or end stage kidney or liver failure, okay, etc., etc. So if let's say one has a critical illness coverage, right, in the event of these definitions of critical illness, if let's say anything happened to the person, there will be a lump sum payout, okay, then the critical illness plan will sort of end, okay. At the same time, okay, there are also early critical illness plans in the market where you need not to be in late stage critical illness, okay. Upon early stages, there also can be, you'll be able to claim, okay. Okay, the pros of critical illness are the payout can help to defray all the medical and non-medical expenses, okay, such as, let's say, if someone has a critical illness, okay, that does not wish to work, okay, wants to really recuperate, to really recover, you can stop work and the lump sum payout can sort of offset, okay, the living expenses, okay. But late stage critical illness, one of the cons will be that it might not be able to claim even if the illness is detected early, because it must be late stage. Okay. Yeah. So at the same time, one of the pros, okay, is that the premiums will be more affordable compared to the early critical illness. The reason why early critical illness plans in the market is more expensive because it's easier to be claimed and it can be claimed multiple times. Okay, so early critical illness, upon, like I mentioned, upon early stage, they can be claimed. It can be claimed multiple times. The pros is that claim can be made during early stages. Okay, if let's say just a sole standalone critical illness plan, it's only late stage, but early criticals you can claim during the early stages. Okay, but however, the premiums, like I mentioned, will be more expensive. Okay. But recently, these few years, there's also multi-pay critical illness plans in the market. Okay, I would say that this one is the most comprehensive. However, because it's more comprehensive, it's the most expensive among the 3 critical illness plans that I just mentioned. Okay, but being covered by a multi-claim critical illness plan in the market is one of the ways to stay financially protected. Okay, because after you have a claim down the road, if let's say you want to claim more, you also can do so. Okay, so most multi-claim CI, okay, provides coverage from early, intermediate, or late stage. Okay, unlike a single late stage one, they only can claim in late stage. And after you claim one time, it can't be claimed. Okay, so and one feature is that it is also a feature that is important for many, as it is harder to get coverage with a pre-existing illness. Okay, and a multi-claim claim plan provides you with the financial assurance. So someone who has a late critical illness plan, just a standalone critical illness plan, let's say once the person gets diagnosed with a critical illness, the person claim already, right? The policy will be terminated, will lapse already. So in a sense that down the road, if let's say the person wants to get another critical illness plan, then it'll be hard. Most insurance company wouldn't do the cover again. But with a multi-claim, you'll be able to be financially protected even though there's a first claim. Okay, so critical illness insurance summary. The Life Insurance Association also suggests that critical illness protections, they suggest one to cover roughly about 3.9 times, 4 times of your annual income. Okay, so let's say, for example, if someone has an annual income of 100,000, okay, the cover, okay, to appropriate cover will be 400K. Okay, because there has been studies that shown that if let's say someone gets a critical illness, late stage critical illness, to really recover from it, it will take a couple of years. Okay, so 4 times of your annual income, it gives you ample time, okay, to not work and to really focus on really recovering, okay. And at the same time, things to consider before getting a critical illness plans, what are your needs, okay? At the same time, what are the coverage you want? If you want more comprehensive, you can consider to get a multi-pay one, which will be more expensive. At the same time, what's your budget, okay, that you have in mind, okay? There are critical illness plans that you can cover for until 80 years old, compared to critical illness plan that you cover until 65, but the 65 one will be cheaper. The longer the coverage, of course, the likelihood of one person who to get a critical illness will be higher. So a longer tenure critical illness plan will generally be more expensive also. Okay, so it's very depending on what kind of coverage you want. If let's say you want the most comprehensive, it will be more expensive. However, you also will have the peace of mind at the same time because you transfer the risk away. Okay. Third, life insurance. Okay, that I'll be covering will be the life insurance itself. Okay, life insurance is upon there will be a claim upon death or terminal permanent disability. Okay, so to cover death, okay, or TPD, there are generally two types in the market. One is term, one is whole life. Okay, whole life, as it says, okay, it protects you for your whole lifetime. Okay, premiums will be generally higher. Okay, it's limited pay. Okay, generally higher. Okay, but the plan has a cash value component. So in the sense that down the road, let's say if one is let's say 80 years old, and don't feel that there's a need for this whole life insurance already, you can terminate the plan and you still have some cash value itself. Okay. Compared to term life insurance, okay, you're protected for a fixed period of time, okay. But however, now in the market, there are also term life insurance that can protect till age 99, okay. But premiums will be lower compared to whole life, okay. The reason why term has lower premiums, one of it is because it has no cash value. Meaning to say that, let's say if you have a term insurance till age 75, if let's say no death or TPD occurs till age 75, the plan will just terminate. Also, the premiums will be just given to the insurance company. Okay, but however, okay, I would say that term insurance, okay, if let's say if one wants to have a more cost efficient way of getting death coverage, okay, term insurance is the cheapest option. Okay, where with a small component of let's say of a cost, we can have a huge coverage itself. Okay, whole life will be more expensive. Okay, so personally when I recommend to clients actually if let's say clients want death coverage, okay, I will just actually recommend them okay, whole life, it has the savings component, investment component. There's a term called buy term and invest the rest. Okay, actually I encourage clients to just buy term to get just to cover for death and TPD. Okay, the rest of the money that they have saved, they can just do their own investments. Okay, where they can get significant higher returns, but at higher risk at the same time. Okay. So life insurance summary, okay, based on the Life Insurance Association of Singapore, okay, they encourage people, okay, recommended approximately 9 to 10 times of your annual income. Let's say your annual income is 100,000, okay, they recommend about 1 million, okay. But I'll say that our salary based on our age and progression, okay, it will get higher and along the years. So this is also a good way from time to time. It's a good time to review your portfolio, okay, to whether there's any gaps in it, okay. Yeah. But before things to consider before buying a life insurance to have death coverage and whatnot, whether you have dependents, okay. If let's say you don't have dependents and no liabilities, let's say housing or let's say no dependents, actually I'll say that there's no sort of like need for death coverage because there's no one is dependent on you. But if let's say if you have a dependent, okay, let's say you just got married and whatnot, it's actually a good time to consider to get a death coverage because no one knows anything, what will happen, okay, in life. At the same time, if let's say you have a mortgage and whatnot, okay, all this can sort of erase the financial burdens that will be left for your loved ones if let's say in the event of demise. Okay, so more importantly, I'll say that whether clients have dependents or liabilities. Let's say you don't have any of this. Okay, actually, there's probably not much a need for death coverage itself, unless you are thinking death coverage as a sort of a legacy, okay, for your next of kin or whatnot, okay. However, let's say you don't have dependents, also no next of kin, okay. So the next thing to consider will be your needs, okay. How much coverage you want and the budget, okay. So let's say if you just want to have the cheapest option, okay, I'll say that term, okay, itself will be the cheapest, okay. Okay, the fourth part lah, we'll talk more about CareShield Life. CareShield Life is also same as MediShield Life. MediShield Life is a government scheme for hospital. CareShield Life is a government scheme also for disability. Okay, and a lot of clients will ask me, Ming Lang, how to check whether I have this. Okay, whether you have bought a supplement plan. Okay, so just like MediShield Life, you can buy. If let's say you feel that you want to enhance the coverage, you can buy a shield plan, hospitalization shield plan to cover you until private hospital. Same as CareShield Life is also a government scheme for disability. If let's say you feel that the government scheme is not enough, okay, if you want to have more coverage, you can consider to get a CareShield Life supplement. Okay, so some clients will ask me, hey, I'm not sure whether I'm covered itself, whether I've gotten the shield plan. Okay, actually you can log into CPF website. Okay, then you can click on my CPF on the dashboard. You can go to healthcare. Okay, under healthcare, you can see long-term care. You can see CareShield Life, okay, which is the government one. Under supplements, whether you are being covered. Okay, currently now in the market, supplements, 3 insurance companies are doing it now. It's Singlife, okay. Second is NTUC Income. Third will be Great Eastern. Okay, so 3 companies are doing it. As of now, I can distribute, like I mentioned, I can distribute all the insurance companies in Singapore except for Great Eastern and Prudential. So I can distribute for Singlife and NTUC Income itself. Okay, so you can see whether you are covered. Okay, so what is CareShield Life? Okay, CareShield Life, like I mentioned, is a long-term care disability insurance. Okay, in the event of disability. Okay, 1 in 2 healthy Singaporeans, okay, age 65 and below may be severely disabled. Okay, it can be like, let's say, stroke. Okay, or let's say chronic or progressive conditions such as this diabetes or dementia. So it's also a risk pool linked to from the government to take care of Singaporeans through disability. Okay, why do we need CareShield Life? Okay, because it provides us with financial support due to severe disability, and disability probably also need some time to recover or may not recover. So it's also a good scheme from the government to safeguard us in the event of disability. Okay, so some clients will ask, what's the definition of disability? Okay, there are 6 activities of daily living. Okay, washing, dressing, feeding, toileting, walking around, or transferring. If you can't do 3 out of 6, okay, certified by MOH certified doctor, you will be considered as disabled, and CareShield Life, the government scheme, will pay you disability income on a monthly basis. Okay, but frankly speaking, let's say if someone who is disabled, if let's say if you can't wash, if let's say you can't walk, how can you go to the toilet? How can you wash yourself, dress up yourself, and feed yourself? So usually when a client is disabled, certified disabled, usually 5 out of 6 can't be done. Okay, so actually all Singaporeans are eligible for CareShield Life. some of our clients who are older, okay, you are under the older scheme called ElderShield. Okay, CareShield Life is a newer scheme. Okay, let's say if you turn 30, okay, you'll be auto enrolled into CareShield Life. Okay, the good thing about CareShield Life is that it's lifetime coverage. But premiums only need to pay to 67. But CareShield Life, the government scheme, right, the Medisave, the premiums can be paid fully by Medisave. And one good thing about CareShield Life is that as long as you are disabled, okay, you will receive a monthly cash payout. For the ElderShield scheme, is for a limited time period only. Okay, so CareShield Life, the new government scheme is more comprehensive. Okay. Okay, how much will we receive in the event of disability? Okay, we'll receive 600 and it increases till up to 1,002. Okay, the payout will increase annually until 67 or when a successful claim is made. Okay, once the claim is made, your payout will be fixed for lifetime already. Okay, from now, from 2020 to 2025, next year, payouts will increase 2 years, 2% per year. Thereafter, payout increases and the premium adjustments will be revised again. Okay, they will review it again. Okay, so for example, for CareShield Life, if for example Adam, okay, he was enrolled when he was 30, he was enrolled in CareShield Life. Just unfortunately something happened to him. Okay, he received 600 payout. Okay, Betty, 30 years old, also signed up for CareShield Life, the government scheme. Okay, at age 31. She will receive 612. So the payout will increase yearly. Okay, Carl, okay, becomes severely disabled at age 67 or older, he'll receive 1,002. So the maximum payout we'll receive from CareShield Life minimally 600, maximum 1,002. But the next question will be, is 600 to 1,002 per month, if let's say if someone is disabled, is it enough? Okay, so is 600 enough from CareShield Life? Let's say we are severely disabled. So based on a study itself, okay, 2021 study, okay, if someone who is severely disabled for the aids to help in daily living expenses, caregiver, therapy, and other expenses, average basic need about 2,003. Okay, but these few years inflation has been creeping up, so I'll say that this figure may not be so accurate. Maybe has inflated, maybe 2,005. Okay, so the government CareShield Life is only giving us 600 to 1,002. Okay, but based on this study, it needs about 2,000 plus. So I'll say that there's a gap. So how can we fill up the gap? Okay, the good thing about it is that we can get a CareShield Life supplement just like Medishield Life. Okay, a hospitalization plan. We can get a private shield plan. We can use up to 600 per year from our Medisave to buy a CareShield Life supplement. Okay, you can enhance your CareShield Life coverage with a higher cash payout. Okay, so in the sense that every year we can use 600 to get this supplement. We don't need to fork out cash. We can use Medisave to get CareShield Life supplement, which can give us additional payout in the event of disability happening. Okay, so key points to consider. Okay, is 600 enough? Okay, based on whatever we just shared, I'll say that not enough. Okay, so actually it's good, okay, to use the 600 for Medisave, because at the same time, Medisave, we also can't touch it. It's only for our healthcare expenses itself. As long as we work, Medisave is giving us 4%. Actually, currently now it's giving you 4.08%. Okay, if let's say one has 15,000 in your Medisave, 15,000 times 4% interest, the 4% interest is actually $600 per year. If let's say you have been working, definitely our Medisave is more than 15,000. Okay, in fact, the CareShield Life supplement, in fact, we are not using the Medisave money. In fact, we are just using Medisave interest, okay, to pay for the premiums itself. Okay, at the same time, just now I also mentioned 99% of long-term care disability claims, okay, for CareShield Life are above 3 out of 6. Okay, and the main point of doing the CareShield Life supplements is to boost your monthly payout. Okay, so that in the event of such things happening, at least the financial aspect is taken care of. We won't cause a financial burdens on our loved ones. Okay, so lastly, okay, we will be touching on personal accident plans. Okay, so personal accident plans, there's a lot in the market. Okay, but I'll say a few things to consider. Whether for your job, okay, are you in a high risk job? Okay, if let's say you're more on a high risk kind of sector, okay, maybe I'll say that is you can consider to get. Okay, however, if let's say you're in a higher risk job of accidents happening, the premiums will also be higher. Another point to consider is that whether you have a high risk hobby or lifestyle. Okay, let's say if you go wakeboarding or you like to go rock climbing or whatnot. Okay, maybe you want to consider also to get a personal accident plan. Okay, because chances of these kind of activities leading to accident will be higher. Okay, whether you live near a dengue cluster, but now I would say that Singapore wise, everywhere can be also a dengue cluster itself. Okay, lastly, whether you have kids, if you have kids, okay, it's also good to have personal accident plans insured for your family because children tend to jump around, run around. Things might happen at the same time. So the main point, right, is to transfer away the risk, okay, to third party itself. Okay. Yes. Okay. Currently now, okay. Like I mentioned, we talk about the five personal insurance. First, health insurance. Okay, which I would say that is the most important. Second, critical illness. Critical illness plans in the market. There are three types. Okay, the standalone critical illness, but it's only we will be only able to claim at late stage. Okay, if let's say you want more comprehensive coverage, you can have the early critical illness plan itself, where you can claim in the early stages. If let's say you want the most comprehensive, we can consider the multi-stage, okay, itself, okay, where there can be multiple claims for late stage or other stage at the same time. Third insurance will be life insurance, okay, for to claim upon death or TBD, where I'll say that we compare the term and whole life. Okay, term will be much way cheaper. Okay, itself. Okay, fourth will be a touch about CareShield Life. CareShield Life is just like a government scheme, just like MediShield Life. Okay, if let's say you want more coverage, you don't need to fork up cash to have more coverage. You can just use MediSave to have to buy a CareShield Life supplement. Okay, to increase the coverage itself. And lastly will be personal accident plans. All in all the plans that I mentioned, it ties up to with your health and your age. The earlier you do it, the cheaper it is. Okay. Okay. And at the same time, if let's say if someone has some health conditions, maybe there will be some loading. Okay, premiums will be more expensive, or there will be more exclusion. So it's better to buy earlier. It's where we are more healthy and it's also cheaper. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to drop me a message or type in the chat box. And at the same time, those who have just joined, okay, if you have not joined the Telegram or WhatsApp channel that I'm managing, okay, where we share more about the latest finance updates or offerings, you can scan the QR code, okay, or click on the link itself to get to join the channels itself. Okay, I will just post the links again. Okay, then if let's say you guys have any questions, okay, feel free to drop me a WhatsApp message. Okay, and let's say if after viewing this webinar itself, if let's say you guys have any queries, let's say if you feel that maybe you want to do a review on currently now any gaps that you have, or if you have seen you have some personal insurance that you haven't gotten and you would like to see what's in the market, feel free to contact me itself. Okay, my number is 918-4272, or you can just scan the QR code over here. Okay, if you have any questions, okay, feel free to drop me a question, okay, via my WhatsApp number. If not, okay, we have come to the end of today's webinar. Hope that this webinar is insightful to you and I've added value to you. And I hope to hear from you soon. All right. Thank you very much and have a good evening ahead. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Recording stopped.